Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Monday evening to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. Today we are in to begin the conference semifinals for this Minnesota Timberwolves road to the NBA Finals. So I could do a series 2. I could do the Timberwolves again, but if they make the finals, I'll have a different opponent for the Eastern Conference if they do make the finals. So my projection will probably be for Series 1 is to do the New York Knicks, and then Series 2 I might put in the Cleveland Cavaliers as the T-Wolves opponent in the finals. So really anticipated for it. I hope we get to 7 games because this is going to be a really good series. And then probably the Western Conference Finals will probably have 7 games as well. So we'll see you guys at tip-off. All right, so the Staples Center is in action. So Timberwolves and Clippers, who's going to win the tip-off? It is the Los Angeles Clippers, Patrick Beverley. So DeMarcus Cousins, the former Sacramento Kings player, makes that dunk there. So I'm going to pass this off to Anthony Edwards and then use some Karl Anthony Towns. He's going to make that in for 2. So it's now going to be a 2-2 tie here at the Staples Center, which is also home to the LA Lakers. So Karl Anthony Towns, he's going to make that 2-pointer there. He was wide open on that coverage. So playoffs wise, 93% in field goals, rebounds per game, 1.7 and 30.8 points per game. So that's impressive to see. I mean, he has 6 points heating up into this. So he scored all the points so forth for the Minnesota T-Wolves. So DeMarcus Cousins, he gets blocked. Jared Vanderbilt passes this to Malik Beasley. So I really like the T-Wolves neon green colors because they remind me of the Seattle Seahawks coloration because they do have similar colors to it. So Paul George loses the basketball. Malik Beasley, he's going to shoot that in from 2 points. So it's now 10-2. Patrick Beverley passes this to Kawhi Leonard. So also a Los Angeles native. So T-Wolves have 3 steals, fast break points with 8. So Kawhi Leonard had just made a 3. So D'Angelo Russell, he's going to make that in for 2 points. So it's now 12-5 here at the Staples Center. So Patrick Beverley has possession of the basketball. So he's going to go up and he's going to knock that in for 2 points. So it's now a 12-7 lead. And I'm going to pass it to D'Angelo Russell. And I'm going to shoot this in from behind the arc for 3. And this will be our first 3-pointer of the game. So it's now 15-7. So Kawhi Leonard has possession of the basketball. So he's going to probably shoot another 3. He's going to claim the assist there since Patrick Beverley made that point. So D'Angelo Russell's going to pass this one to Karl Anthony Towns. So Karl Anthony Towns makes that in. DeMarcus Cousins gets fouled. So he gets to go to the free-throw line. The release there was really good. And they're extending this lead by 9. So Reggie Jackson has possession of the basketball. He's going to pass it to Luke Kennard. And Ivica Zubac makes that in. So it's now 18-11. So D'Angelo Russell intercepts that one to Kawhi Leonard. And Ivica Zubac and Luke Kennard dunks that in. So it's now 18-13. So we got some D'Angelo Russell. He's going to go in for 2 points. Alright, so it's now 20-15. I'm going to use some Karl Anthony Towns here. So Malik Beasley's going to pass it to D'Angelo Russell. And then Malik Beasley makes a pump fake. Karl Anthony Towns, he's going to shoot that in from 2. So it's now 22-15 for the Minnesota T-Wolves. So Reggie Jackson has possession of the basketball. He lost the ball there for a moment, but then he picked it back up. Reggie Jackson made a 3. So it's now 22-18 for the Minnesota Timberwolves. So Karl Anthony Towns, he's been the leading scorer for this T-Wolves team this game. I mean, he has put up at least 16 at the moment. So Ivica Zubac, he's going to pass it way back to Luke Kennard. And Kennard, he's going to knock down a 3. So we'll see you guys in the second quarter. All right, Josh Okagi's going to pass this to Ricky Rubio. And he had his first stint from the 2011 to 2017 seasons. But then the Clippers bench has outscored the Timberwolves bench by like 10 points. So that's the highest that our opponents had scored over benching wise. So Nicolas Batum from France, he just won the silver medal in this year's Summer Olympics for Tokyo 2020. And yes, I do say Tokyo 2020 is because that the coronavirus was the main factor. The coronavirus was the main factor in having it to be pushed back a year. And I didn't expect that. I didn't want it to be canceled. So they could have put Tokyo 2021. I mean, we'll wait. I could wait another 3 years for a Summer Olympics, which will be in Paris, France. So Nicolas Batum passes it to Reggie Jackson. And Batum is actually going to get the assist there. So we have possession of the basketball. So this is a challenge for this part of the quarter. So will Ricky Rubio shoot it from half court? No, he will not. Or no, he cannot actually. So Luke Kennard is going to take that three-pointer. And it's going to be 30-27. So Ricky Rubio is going to pass this to Malik Beasley. And he's actually going to get that in for 2 points. So we're going to take a small break. Alright, we took that small break, so I was trying to think about my game plan for a moment, so I'm going to pass it to Jaden McDaniels. So, Jaden McDaniels gets blocked by Serge Ibaka, who won the NBA Finals back in the 2019 postseason. So, Josh Okogie gets a foul, so Serge Ibaka gets to go to the free-throw line. I accidentally unpaused the break there, so we're going to go back to break once the free throw is over. So he gets that in. So it's now 35-29. Alright, the break is over. So it's now 39-35 here at the Staples Center. Ricky Rubio passes it to Jaden McDaniels, and then I'm going to use some Malik Beasley. So Beasley, he's actually going to use a quick fast break point there. So it's now He has 10 points in today's episode. He is on a hot start today. 5 for 6 in field goals. So DeMarcus Cousins actually makes that in. So it's going to count for the Los Angeles Clippers. So Ricky Rubio dribbling the ball there. He's going to shoot this one in for 2. So they're trailing by 2. Ricky Rubio has 1 assist. 7 points, 75% in field goals. So it might go up by the time this game is going to be over. So Malik Beasley makes that dunk there. It's now tied 41-41 here at the Staples Center. So Patrick Beverley loses the basketball. The T-Wolves might likely get the first points of the game. So it's now 43-41. So Marcus Morris Sr. passes it to Patrick Beverley, so he's going to pass it to Paul George, and Serge Ibaka has possession, so Serge Ibaka dunks that in, so it's going to be tied 43-43, so I'm going to use some Malik Beasley, and he's going to shoot this from behind the arc, so that's going to end the first half, 46-43, T-Wolves lead it by 3 points. Alright, now the LA Clippers did shoot a three-pointer before the first half ended. So I'm going to pass this. Great ball movement by the Minnesota Timberwolves. So he made that in. So it's now 48-46. So T-Wolves are leading by 2. So Paul George has possession of the basketball. He's going to pass it to Kawhi Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard actually makes that in. So it's now 48-48. So I'm going to pass this to some Karl Anthony Towns here. So Karl Anthony Towns will make that in. So it's now 50-48. So Patrick Beverley has possession of the basketball. And Karl Anthony Towns picks up a steal. So Karl Anthony Towns makes the dunk there. So it's now 52-48. So that's going to be a big lead. So Paul George has possession of the basketball. And Paul George, he's going to knock that down. So it's going to be 52-50. Paul George with 5 points in this game. Surprisingly good. So Karl Anthony Towns there. So he's going to make a fast break point. So it's now 54-50. Karl Anthony Towns has 21 points. He's 10 for 10 in field goals. So he's off to a really good start. He's off to a decent start, as I would call it. So Karl Anthony Towns made the steal there. So he's going to knock it down and get 2 more points. So it's now 23 points, 9 from mid-range. So he has that superstar development in him. So the Clippers do take a timeout. We're going to take a 1-minute break. All right, now Nick Batum passes the ball to Reggie Jackson. So Reggie Jackson, he's probably going to wind up shooting it into 3, passing it to Batum. So this is going to be a 64-59 lead. So I'm going to pass this one to Karl Anthony Towns. And he's going to fire this one out for 2. So it's going to be, I thought it was going to be a 3, but if it was, it would have been his first 3-pointer of the game. So Ivica Zubac made that in, so for a 2-point dunk. So I'm going to pass this to Karl Anthony Towns, the Edison, New Jersey native. So he's going to step back, pull it in for 3. So it's going to be a 69-61 lead. 23 seconds are winding down pretty fast here. So Kawhi Leonard, he's actually going to dribble his way and shoot that 3. So it's now 69-64. And Karl Anthony Towns will make that in for 2, 71-64. We'll see you guys in the fourth quarter. All right, here's your State Farm assist of the game coming right up. So Anthony Edwards had a point there, so he had 2 points on that layup. So the Los Angeles Clippers now have possession for the fourth quarter. They won the tip-off, so we would have possession for beginning of quarters 2 and 3. Patrick Beverley drives that in, so it's now 71-66. Here in Los Angeles, California, Karl Anthony Towns makes the dunk there. So it's now 73-66. So Patrick Beverley has possession of the basketball. So they actually get blocked there. So Jared Vanderbilt picks up that rebound. So Karl Anthony Towns will make that in. It's now 75-66. So the T-Wolves are leading by 9. So the Clippers, they're going to use a 2-pointer there. So that's going to count. So it's 75-68. 4 blocks and 9 steals in today's episode. So D'Angelo Russell shoots a 3. So it's now 78-68. So the Clippers had 5 more 3-pointers than the Timberwolves in today's episode, which is kind of crazy because despite losing, they are now losing by 8 points. They've scored more 3-pointers than us. So Karl Anthony Towns makes a 3. So it's now 81-70. So Paul George loses the basketball. He's going to pass it to DeMarcus Cousins. So he's going to knock that down for a 3. 81-73. So D'Angelo Russell, he's going to pass this one to Anthony Edwards. So Anthony Edwards, he's going to miss that one. So he's going to pass it to Marcus Morris Sr. and he's going to knock that down. So it's 75 to 81. So we're going to pass this to D'Angelo Russell. Let's do a challenge. So if he shoots that in from 3 from logo, he missed it, by the way. And Paul George, he will make that in for 2. So it's now 81 to 77. So D'Angelo Russell here, we're going to try to pass the ball as many times as we can. So I'm going to use some D'Angelo Russell way back, and he actually misses it. So Marcus Morris Sr., or Rajon Rondo, excuse me, not Marcus Morris Sr., makes that in. So it's now 79 to 81. So I'm going to pass this one off to Anthony Edwards. Very late release there, but he knocks it down. The Clippers do take a timeout. Karl Anthony Towns will be your player of the game for the Minnesota Timberwolves. So the Clippers have taken a timeout. So Kawhi Leonard has possession of the basketball. So he is actually going to get that in for 2 points. So it's now 84 to 81. So we got some D'Angelo Russell. I'm going to pass it to Anthony Edwards and then to Josh Okogie. So if he will make this in, Anthony Edwards will pick up that assist. So it's now 87 to 81, 58 seconds, to go. And Patrick Beverley, he's going to pass it to Leonard, and then Patrick Beverley's going to knock down a 3. So it will be 87 to 84. Pretty close game in this one, but the T-Wolves will probably be today's winner in this episode. So they're going to make that in for 2 points. So it's now 89 to 84, about 37 seconds to go. Kawhi Leonard knocks it down. So it's now 89 to 86. So Ricky Rubio, he is going to actually make this one, and he's going to drill it in. Clippers take their final timeout. Alright, so it's now 91 to 89. We got some Josh Okogie, so there's about 18 seconds left on the shot clock. 18 seconds winding down. Okogie, he's going to knock this down for a 3. 13.7 to go. 94 to 89. The Clippers are trailing by 5. So the Timberwolves will probably be your big winners of today's episode. So Kawhi Leonard actually knocks that down. So it's now a 94 to 92. There is a foul there. So it is on the Clippers. So that was an awesome block there by Josh Okogie. So we get to have possession of the basketball. Close game here and there, but it was a foul. It's on Marcus Morris Sr., so we get to go to the free throw line. So he does not make it in for attempt 1. Neither will he for attempt 2. And the game is over. The Timberwolves have won Game 1 of the conference semifinals. And we will see you guys at Game 2 for tomorrow. See you at Game 2 tomorrow at the Staples Center. And we'll see you at statistics. Alright, Karl Anthony Towns, 41 points in all, 4 steals, 1 block, and 2 dunks on the day for this player of the game. Malik Beasley, 17 points in all with 4 steals, 2 dunks on the day. D'Angelo Russell, 14 points in all, 5 assists, 1 steal on the day. And Ricky Rubio had 9 points, 1 assist on the day. Josh Okogie had 6 points, 1 assist, and 2 blocks on the day. So that's a pretty good defensive stat by the T-Wolves. Clippers, Kawhi Leonard, they got 22 points, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 dunk on the day for him. Reggie Jackson was a decent all-around 3-point shooter in today's episode. 12 points, 4 assists on the day. Patrick Beverley had 11 points, 4 assists on the day. For him, DeMarcus Cousins, 11 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist there, and had a dunk. Paul George, 9 points in all 1 rebound, 2 assists there on the day with 1 block. So Luke Kennard had a dunk there with 8 points. So that wraps it up, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.